Hi everybody, it's Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. Good morning in the West, good afternoon in the East. I'm Dana Lane. Welcome to Against the Public. We're the only show that combs through early betting patterns by the public, shows you exactly where you might want to steer clear of those early patterns. Today, we're diving back into the National Hockey League. We're going to find three plays where the early public betting trend might be a little bit misguided. I've identified three matchups on the ice that are likely to go against public opinion, but today, it's all about adjustments, and because this show is about winning. So we do have to make an adjustment despite the show name, and we'll talk about that in a second. Before I do, get to our games right now on Pickdawgz.com. I got three college football side and totals ready to roll, $54.99. As always, it comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. You must profit in those three games, or you get an immediate site credit for the purchase price. Simple as that. In addition to my college football plays, I have Arizona, Philadelphia. Of course, game 2 of the National League Championship Series is this afternoon. A little bit earlier start time, 3 o'clock in the West, 6 o'clock on the East, just because of the Flyers game going on, and there's this big soccer match too. So if you know the Philadelphia area, you know all three of those arenas and stadiums are all within each other, and they kind of share each other's parking lot. So when it does overlap, they have to move it up a little bit just because it gets crazy. So in addition to that, we have three massive NHL selections locked in: Vancouver, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Montreal, and Colorado and Seattle. So last night we took a minor hit to our bankroll on the show, which kind of prompted me to say, well, look, I kind of get pigeonholed by the name of the show. And so we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment. We're still 57-43 through 100 plays. So that's still 57%. We'll still take that no matter what. As mentioned, though, let's talk about those minor adjustments. So there have been plenty of times where I've wanted to give you a game, but because the public was on that side, or there was no movement in the game, or it moved in the favor of the public, I said, well, I can't do that. Name of the show against the public. We're going to modify that a little bit, because there was a lot of times where, the side might be going in a favor of the way that I want to play, and I have to skip it. But now, though, there's a lot of times where the puck line, there's opposite betting on the puck line. So I'm going to pull a technicality because it's my show, and I'm going to say, if I like a game, because it's about giving you winners, if I like a game, I'm going to find a way to try to give that to you and still stay within, keep a toe within against the public parameter. So you'll see what we do here, and I think it's going to be a lot more profitable, especially when we're talking about sports, when we're dealing with money lines, where profit is much more important than looking at the win-loss column like it is when we're dealing with point spread games like football and basketball. So that's it for the self-promotion portion of the show. Before we dive into the games, let's update you on the NHL numbers this season. Now, the betting public, as we've talked about a couple times, has done extremely well this year in 23-24. 21 moneyline winners in 33 games. That's 64% winners. They're up 2.05 units based on a 1-unit win. So basically, just to explain again, that means any game that is receiving 50.1% or more of the betting dollar is the side that the public is going to be on, and that's a pretty good record. And when you're against the public, you have to kind of tiptoe through those landmines, which is why we kind of change things a little bit. That brings, now just to give you a long-term idea, 3-year betting record for games that are getting 50.1% or more of the public money is now 1,397, 1,120. 550 win percentage for the public, which is outstanding. Unfortunately, that's not good enough to make profit. On a $100 wager, we'll put it this way, on a $100 wager, winning 55% of your games, you'd be down almost $14,000, $13,927. Not great. That's why it's a very difficult sport to bet on. That's on a straight $100 wager. Which teams have had the most long-term success? And I'm only going back 3 years. This is interesting. I don't know if you can apply it to your betting patterns now, but it is very interesting which teams have had the most long-term success over the last 3 years to bet on. Well, coming in at number 3 is the Minnesota Wild, plus 6.72 units. Number 2 is the Colorado Avalanche at 9.42 units. And the most successful team over the last 3 seasons to wager on, and this is just regular season, is obviously the Boston Bruins at 15.545 units. That's tremendous. Who are the worst teams? Well, it might be a little bit of a surprise here. And of course, we'll start that list off with the San Jose Sharks minus 14.09 units. Next is the Pittsburgh Penguins minus 15.44 units. And this is not a surprise. The absolute worst team to bet on over the last 3 years. The public has absolutely been drowned when they bet this team. The Montreal Canadiens have cost the public 18.56 units of profit. Pretty good year last year, but this is a 3-year total. So Montreal is absolutely the worst team, and the Boston Bruins are the best team. Interesting there. Their biggest rivals. Okay, let's get to our games today. 3 games. Tampa Bay Lightning, Buffalo Sabres. Sabres minus $1.19, 7 under minus $1.20. Jonas Johansson against Devin Levi. This game starts at 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. This is a tremendous example of how we're going to get around the against the public parameters. I like Buffalo in this game. 78% of the money also likes Buffalo, which normally would make this a non-play. But my way out is 67% of the puck line bets are on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So there's my out. There's a spot where the public likes the other side. I can go against that spot, even though I'm not directly taking Buffalo on the puck line. I am going to take the Sabres on this. That's kind of going to be the theme of the show moving forward, just so I can give you winners. That's really what we're trying to do here. And so money line games got to be treated a little bit differently sometimes because there are, as we've seen, the majority of the money line wagers by the public do come in to win. It's the money that we have to juggle with. So we're going to take the Sabres tonight, minus $1.19. Okay, game number 2, Los Angeles Kings, Winnipeg Jets, Talbot against Hellebuck. Winnipeg minus $1.36, 6.5 under minus 20. 89% of the cash is coming in on Winnipeg, minus 1.5 on the puck line, which is great because that allows us to take the plus money with the LA Kings at $1.24. I think this is going to be a tight game. I'm not really going out on a limb because 8 of their last 9 matchups have resulted in 1-goal games. I think we're going to see a much better effort from Los Angeles in their defensive end. They've given up 5 goals or more in their first 2 games. It's the first time since 1986 that they have done that. In that year, they gave up 5 goals or more in their first 3 games. And the underlying story tonight, expect Pierre-Luc Dubois to have an amazing game in his first trip back to Winnipeg. He's going to be absolutely on fire. So we're going to take Los Angeles and the plus money tonight. Game number 3, Dallas Stars. This is so interesting to me. Dallas Stars minus $1.08, 6 under minus $1.25 at the Vegas Golden Knights at the Fortress, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Ottinger against Aiden Hill. 92% of the money is on the Dallas Stars, which is why it's gone from minus $1.05, the opening number, minus $1.05 each way, to Dallas minus $1.08 on the road against the defending champs. 71% of the puck line dollars are on the Knights, allowing us to take Dallas minus $1.08. But does anything look strange here? I mean, I would love to be in these meetings, these odds maker meetings, where they're like, yeah, let's make Dallas a road favorite, or $1.05 even was ridiculous. Let's make them a road favorite, and nobody can really explain why. You could really go through and kind of nitpick why that might be, but listen, I know Dallas swept Vegas in the regular season. That can't be a reason because Vegas beat Dallas in 6 games in the postseason. And two of those games that Dallas won in the regular season were in a shootout. That can't be the reason why. The Knights are 3-0. Dallas hasn't played in 5 days. Dallas was treated to a trip to Palm Springs this week by Pick Dawgz and staff. So they got a little sun and relaxation. This line to me makes no sense unless something is coming down later that I don't know about. But I know Pietrangelo is out of the lineup. I know Brett Howden is suspended. But you want to point to Alec Martinez and Zach Whitecloud. They've been out all season, 3-0, no problem without them. I don't understand it. And I've been doing this long enough to know that when I don't understand it, I need to go towards what I don't understand. So we're going to take Dallas minus the $1.08. Okay, just to recap our games tonight, Buffalo minus $1.19, the Kings plus $1.16, and the Dallas Stars minus $1.08. Please go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with my college football 3-pack. Got 3 winners in all 3 college football games tonight. Middle Tennessee State and Liberty, Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State, and Southern Miss and the Jaguars from Southern Alabama. Also had 3 games up in the NHL, Philadelphia and Vancouver, Minnesota, Montreal, and Colorado, Seattle. Please join me, in the National League Championship game, side and total up there right now. Please join me. I appreciate everybody that has made great comments. And there have been days where I haven't deserved great comments, but thank you so much. Believe me, the sleeves are rolled up even when I'm wearing short sleeves, and we're working hard to make sure we get winners. That's why we made a little bit of an adjustment tonight when it comes to the ice. Feel free to DM me at Dana Lane Sports. Leave those comments on the YouTube page, and please hit the like button as well. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck with all your wagers tonight.